Welcome everyone. My name is Mariana Svarnik. I'm your host today. Our instructor today is Shankar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining again. The first thing is I want to rehash, because some of you are new here, what Sahaja meditation is about. Well, Sahaja meditation is based on the Kundalini energy and the chakras. If you are familiar with those terms, if you are not, then essentially the Kundalini energy is an ancient spiritual energy that is there within each of us, and this is nothing new. This has been studied for many thousands of years, dating as much back as 14,000 BC, which is before Christ. So about 14,000 years ago was when the first semblance of this energy itself was known to people. A few people talked about it, but over the centuries and over the thousands of years, while we had a number of people who got some knowledge, they were always trying to find a way to actualize or awaken that energy, so to speak, and then to take it up the right channels in our subtle energy system. So subtle energy system essentially comprises of four parts. We have this Kundalini energy that I just spoke about. We have the channels, which are also part of the subtle energy system. The channels are used for the Kundalini energy to move. Then we have the chakras, or the energy centers. These are nothing but points of concentration of energy, you could say. And then, of course, we have our spirit or inner self, which is residing in our heart. So the combination of these four components and their interaction, as well as the movement of the Kundalini energy, is essentially the basis for a practice like Sahaja meditation. We can actually experience a unique physical sensation as well, in the form of a cool breeze or a tingling on our hands and fingers, and sometimes at the top of the head as well. So that is how the thoughtless awareness state itself is described. What we do, and what you will be doing also, is focus on perceiving that energy inside you, the Kundalini energy, and sort of nourishing and nurturing it, so that your subtle energy system has the power or the capacity to lift you higher automatically into the state of meditation. And once you go there, of course, during that time when you are in thoughtless awareness, you are in full control as well as you are in the state below. Below that, meaning if you are in that third level of consciousness, when you're speaking, talking to somebody, you have complete control over yourself. So even with the higher state of consciousness, you have complete control over yourself. It is by way of control and by way of what you want to do. It is no different from the other state of consciousness. But you also have an access to the special energy and its connection to the cosmic energy, or the universal all-pervading power. That's what is special about the thoughtless awareness state. So what we do in meditation is we try and spend 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, feel that inner calm, feel that calm, I would say, the refreshing feeling of quietening down, our thoughts getting eliminated, and so on. All the stress coming out or leaving us, and a host of other benefits, which relaxes us completely. And then we switch off, or we complete our meditation simply by coming out of that state. Once we do that, then we come back to the normal state of consciousness. Eyes open, talking, doing pretty much anything normal that we do all the time. So that's the gist of how thoughtless awareness plays an important role in Sahaja meditation. All right, now let's get into the meditation. Let's first close our eyes, have both our hands on our laps with the palms facing upwards and the fingers stretched out. And we keep this fingers stretched out, palms facing upward, because we need to experience the vibrations, as I spoke about while in thoughtless awareness. So let's start off today's meditation by an affirmation which causes our energy to rise. We'll take our right hand, place it on the top of the head, on the crown of the head, where the crown energy center is. And here we'll say, please let me have my self-realization. Please let me have my self-realization. Please let my inner energy rise. Please let my inner energy rise. Please let me have my self-realization. Let's put our attention on that seventh energy center where we are placing our hands. Allow the energy to rise, pass through our six energy centers, and achieve that connection. Okay, the right hand back on our laps. Let's continue to keep our attention on the top of the head. Let's borrow some techniques from the method we learned last week. Watch your attention and watch your thoughts. If they come by, just allow them to pass by, not reacting to them, not getting involved. Just pass, allow them to pass by. You can tell yourself, I am this inner self or this spirit. I am not these thoughts. I am not this body. I am not this ego. I am not this intellect. But I am the pure inner self or the pure spirit. Watch yourself breathe in and breathe out. Now, in this state, we'll try out this new method of balancing. First, we'll take both our hands, place it by our sides if you're sitting on a chair, palms facing downward. If you're sitting on the ground, you'll have your palms touching the ground. Both hands by your sides. Allow the imbalances or blockages in our central channel and all the channels and chakras to go away. Now, let's take back only our left hand back on our laps. Again, fingers open, stretched out, but the right hand remains by our side, pointing to the ground, the palms facing downward. We are trying to balance our left energy channel. How can you make out if the left channel is balanced? If you're feeling vibrations or the flow of energy, once you get to that point in your practice when you're able to feel the energy flowing, if it's flowing through smoothly without obstacles and you can feel it on your left hand, then that means your channel is balanced. However, if you're still having difficulty feeling anything, then give it a little bit more time when you do this technique at home. Allow all your obstacles to get cleared on your left side. Now, let's take our right hand as well back on our laps with palms facing upward. Now we will clear or balance the right channel by taking our left hand perpendicular or making it vertical, fingers pointing up towards the sky, palms facing inward towards us. This forces the energy to flow through the right channel and flushes out any imbalances. This is particularly important for those of us who have excessive physical or mental activity. We tend to use our energy on the right channel, in the right channel, to perform these activities. So if you're overactive physically or mentally, then balancing the right channel is very essential. Okay, let's bring our left hand back to the original position. Now both our hands on our laps, palms facing upward, fingers stretched out. The channels are balanced. The vibrations flowing nicely. Let's keep our attention on the seventh energy center and enjoy the moments of silence in that higher state of thoughtless awareness, but always being alert for any thought that comes in. And if it comes, say, not this thought, not this thought, and just allow it to pass by. Be alert. Now we'll move from silence to meditating with some music. So let's have the music that plays the drone or the tanpura as it is called, and keep our attention on that music, which might help us avoid thoughts. Now, let's have a few moments of silence again so we can feel the difference as to how the experience of thoughtless awareness with and without music is. Now let's have the second music clip, which is a specific melody used to enhance thoughtless awareness. Continue to keep our attention on the seventh energy center at the top of the head. Okay, we can stop the music now. We can open our eyes gradually. So that was today's session. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Thank you. See you next week. Bye.